Okay, so the wait is officially over. It's like Christmas Day as of me recording this. Uploading this, it might be the day after, whatever the case is. But yeah, Zom 100 finally finished airing. The like most anticipated like anime of the summer season has now ended, and the winter season, which is, well, technically fall season, but it is crazy to me like how this show was delayed so many times throughout its course of its airing due to like a lot of like unforeseen things, like the production company shut down halfway in their episode, like episode 5, 6 had like shut down. They ran out of money, so they had to delay the episodes even further, and then the final few episodes they ran into like animation issues, so they delayed it almost entirely to be announced. I honestly thought this series was never going to finish. I thought it was going to air sometime in 2025, 2024, like the last few episodes, but hey, it's a Christmas miracle that we even got the final episodes when we did, because it is spectacular. I really like that they dropped all 3 of them at once to make it feel like sort of a miniature movie, which is really good. Now, I want to talk about Zom 100 first before I give my takes on the final few episodes, because to me, this is one of those series that I knew nothing about up until my friend Esteban posted Zom 100 is his favorite, one of his favorites like series ever, and I'm like, a zombie series that's gonna get an anime. It's also manga. Now I gotta check this out. As a big fan of like zombie genre, like when growing up, I was a really big fan of The Walking Dead and like World War Z and stuff like this. So to me, when I saw about Zom 100 being animated, I'm like, yeah, that is a series I'm 100% gonna get on board on, because you really don't get to see too many like zombie type of stories, because that's kind of hard to do for some reason. And yes, I'm looking at you, High School of the Dead didn't really do too much of a good job, whatever. But yeah, Zom 100 has been a spectacular show. You know what's interesting about this series? I really like how the main character Akira formerly worked for a company who was very abusive, who overworked their staff to the bone, where they would have like no days off, and that actually did happen in real life. So it just goes to show fiction mirrors life, or life mirrors fiction. I don't know how the quote goes, but yeah, Zom 100. Let's talk about the final few episodes, because to me it basically picks up where episode 9 left off, where you got the big bad villain finally finding out Akira, and he's gonna unleash these zombies onto Akira's village, and whatever the case is. Like, we start off in episode 10, Akira and his friends just having like a good time, like the first 5 minutes, not even the first 5 minutes, and you get like the villain saying, alright, screw this, I'm just gonna let all these zombies in. And the final few episodes is just like Akira, Shizuka, and all of his friends just like fighting off the zombies. Like, you get to see his parents in action, you get to see like the friends that they make along the way, you get to see like some of the villagers like fight along. It is pretty interesting. And as far as the animation, as far as like how everything goes, it looks really spectacular. It doesn't look like it was rushed. It looks like they took their time to animate this sequence. Really well done. You can see how much love and passion was put into this project, because this is one of those series where like a lot of love and support was made into crafting this story, despite like the things that were happening in real life with the production of this series. It was really well done. As far as the characters go, you have their very serious moments and you have their very comedic moments, because this is one of those series that is often pretty serious, but at the same time it's a pretty light-hearted series. So when you do get like super serious moments, it doesn't really mean too much. But towards the end of the episode, towards the end of episode 12, you finally get the big bad villain, and when he actually goes away, when he like ends it all, it's kind of sad, not gonna lie. It did make me shed a tear while watching it. I'm like, damn, this one actually kind of hit a little bit different, despite this series being like really comic relief. Like, this one specific moment when Akira was forgiving him, saying, if you wanted a friend, you could have just asked me. And I don't know, something about that scene just really got to me. It's like, damn, I don't want to cry, but I kind of want to cry. As far as the villain goes, like how the main guy, I forgot his name actually, the main guy unleashes the zombies. We get to see their motivations as they're facing off against Akira's friends. How we get to see how some of them were antisocial, some of them were lonely, some of them were just like bored. Like the main guy, he was just bored, he didn't really have any friends. Like, they also had their own list of like things they wanted to do before they became a zombie, but they were like the opposite of Akira's, and basically they were all the negative. And what I really like about the villains, like in the final final 3 episodes is that they basically are a mirror reflection of Akira's friends. How Shizuka is often happy, how she's super supportive, how everyone used to love her, whatever the case is. Even though that's not the case, the villain she was facing off was basically a loser who didn't really care too much. He never put effort to work into himself. He always blamed himself for his own actions. And the main guy that Akira was facing, he hated everyone because he was so introverted. He never really had friends. But the thing is, he never made an effort to like talk to people, to do anything. And at one point he encountered Akira and his best friend, and he said, I'm kind of hungry, and then just kind of ran away. Like, his ultimate goal was, as foolish as it sounds, he wanted to go to a public pool and just hang out with friends. Like, but he was too nervous to say it because he didn't really have that confidence within him. Like, each of the main villains basically represented a specific type of like archetype. Like I said, like depression, antisocialness, like loneliness. I think they're all repetitive what I'm saying, but you get the point. They are basically mirror images of what Akira and his friends could have been had they gone down a separate, similar route, had they hated their own lives instead of like going further beyond and enjoying life itself. I really like the story, despite how short that arc was. It was really good. I honestly thought like the village was gonna burn down. I really thought Akira's parents weren't gonna make it out, but at the end of the day, they did. And like, despite some of the villagers being lost, you got to see most of them, at least a small portion, survive. And it was really, really well done. We got to see a pretty happy ending. And towards the end of episode 12 and on the end credits, we get to see all the people Akira and his friends helped out along the way, how they're doing, how they're fighting off zombies, how they're staying alive. We get to see them just explore Japan and just do all that stuff on their list. And I really hope this series gets a season 2. If it does, please do not delay this, or at least work on it till you can actually animate it. Because to me, I'd rather have a series that's like well done, already done, rather than having like production issues. Because like, we all hate delays. I know like stuff happens in real life, but if you guys are watching this, which I highly doubt, and if the production team is, I really wish like you guys, if there's a season 2 confirmed, take your time on it, make it as perfect as you did with season 1. Would have been more perfect if it was on time, but I really like how they gave us like a Christmas miracle with all the episodes dropping. It was just really good. It was pretty satisfying. Like, while watching it, I haven't really read the manga too much, only a glimpse and teases. While watching like the episodes, like there were moments I'm like, no, this person cannot die, and then there were moments where I'm like, whew, sign of relief. And then I'm like, no, like when Akira was gonna sacrifice himself, I'm like, there's no way he died, because I know in the manga he's not dead yet. And it really like just kind of caught me off guard. And then he pulled basically a Rick Grimes moment where he pretends to be a walker, and then like with the Shane, yeah, I really like how their dynamic, the main guy was basically similar to Shane versus Rick. Like, they were kind of polar opposites, and they ended up facing one another. It was really good. It was really, really good. That being said, that's just my thoughts on the final conclusion of Zombie 100. Do I want a season 2? Absolutely. Why? Because I really love the zombie genre. It's something I grew up with. It's something that's pretty entertaining, and Zombie 100 to me has been one of my favorite shows of the past season. And yeah, I really can't wait to see the future. I'll probably end up reading the manga. But with that being said, that's just my thoughts. If you've watched the final episodes, what did you think about it? Did you like the mini movie? And yeah, have a good day. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. And yeah, Happy New Year, whatever the case is. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.